being a superhero is a trial by fire. Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
Hey there, quirky people. Marvel just launched the first trailer for She-Hulk, and we're all pretty excited to see her join the MCU. Again, this MCU series looks very different from other projects, and it has quite a lot of world-building elements as well. But we can all agree that the CGI on She-Hulk needs a bit of work. Since Tatiana Maslany has to appear in her She-Hulk form a lot more than Hulk used to, getting her face right constantly in the TV series was always going to be a tough task. But we shouldn't worry a lot, because Marvel will surely be perfecting her face till we get the show. For now, you've just got to know how exactly did she get her powers in the comics, and how that will be different from her MCU origins. So Jennifer Walters is Bruce Banner's cousin. She is a lawyer who begins to represent superhumans in legal battles. She is a totally fun character to follow around, as there are moments where she breaks the fourth wall.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
And the comics also play around with a sexual angle involving her. As we've seen so far in the trailers, all of this will be happening in the MCU as well. Bruce's cousin? Check. Representing super people under the Superhumans Law Division? Check.
We just started a Superhuman Law Division, and I want you to be the face of it.
Breaking the fourth wall? Check. And She-Hulk going on a bunch of dates? Check. What possibly differs between the comics and the MCU is the situation of her Hulk origins. In the comics, Bruce Banner went to visit his cousin, whom he hadn't met in a while. He wanted to tell her about his Hulk persona. So when he tells her, she gets shocked and invites him back to her home. As they take the road to her place, they were followed by a couple of thugs. These guys worked for a gangster who wanted to frame one of Jennifer's clients. So, right when Bruce and Jen reached her place, the criminals shot Jennifer and she was seriously wounded. Bruce managed to send those gunmen packing without hulking out. But he had to do something to save his cousin, who was in a dire need of a blood transfusion. He spotted a doctor's office nearby and broke in to give Jennifer his own blood. And as soon as Jen was stable, he called an ambulance and ran off to keep his Hulk thing a secret. But those bad guys didn't rest. They followed her even in the hospital. They came in disguised as doctors and tried to take her out with chloroform. Being strangled down with force, she suddenly felt a lot of anger, and she turned into She-Hulk. And then it was bye-bye bad guys for those criminals. She took the fight to the streets and made them confess about their crimes in front of the police. Then she transformed back into Jennifer Walters and quickly sneaked back into her hospital room. It was here that she realized that,
remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
No, I mean she vowed that She-Hulk would be back to solve all the problems that Jen cannot. Different comics play out her transformations differently. In some iterations, she turns into She-Hulk when she's angry. In others, it also happened when she was involved in some naughty activities in bed. And then there are the narratives which keep her in She-Hulk form constantly. But in those situations, She-Hulk still manages to retain control and her intelligence. She doesn't go on mad rampages like her cousin. Now this origin story looks different from the MCU, as here, Jennifer Walters seems to be involved in a car accident. It will be interesting to see if this will be a random accident like Doctor Strange, or will some bad guys cause it? Either way, it is possible that after her accident, she would need a blood transfusion specifically from Bruce Banner, because he is the only one left in her family whose blood type matches hers. And Smart Hulk may have turned into Bruce Banner once again back in Shang-Chi, only because he had to give some of his blood to his cousin. Now that Jennifer Walters has turned into She-Hulk, he seems to be involved in training her upon controlling her powers just like he learned to control his. So you see, the MCU is making her transformation more streamlined by allowing her to turn green at will. As far as her powers are concerned, she obviously has superhuman strength. She can leap up to great heights and distances. She's also much faster than a regular human. I bet that she would match the speeds of Captain America, or perhaps even beat him in a race. Her gamma-infused body provides her with Hulk-level durability, and the ability to heal rapidly. Along with these powers, she was trained by the ovoid alien race. And that's where she picked up the ability to exchange her physical characteristics and powers with others. But we obviously won't see this ability being displayed in the upcoming She-Hulk series. Okay, that's all for now. Let's see what else will be different about her character in the MCU compared to the source material. Smash those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!